should have told me that it was just a test, man.
It's just a test.
I feel like I need to put on a fake voice.
It's just a test. Okay, you ready?
Are you gonna do the clap?
Oh yeah, I gotta do the clap first.
Doesn't matter.
You know why we gotta do that, right?
Started it.
It's like the little thing.
Yeah, you know, I think that's why they use that in movies.
Well, I thought that's why they use that in movies.
Well, Philip, we're talking about Bioshock.
Rapture is coming back to life. My city will thrive. And we'll use your tombstone for pavement tiles.
We decided for this to be the first episode of this shitty little YouTube show that we decided to work on.
Why not talk about a game that's long been like, it hasn't been talked about in a long time.
It hasn't been talked about in a long time.
But it's still a good game though. It's worth bringing back.
Bioshock, I would call Bioshock almost the perfect game, in my opinion. I mean, no game is perfect, right, obviously.
I've never met a person who doesn't like the game.
I've met people who don't like the game. Yeah, it's kind of the first one. Yeah, the world. I was so intrigued by this game when it came out. I'm a sucker for the 50s. You know, I appreciate Fallout. I even appreciate LA Noire, even though it's grown terribly and looks like garbage. Immersion, really. That's what Bioshock. That's what it exceeds at probably the most out of games that I've played. You're immediately immersed in this world. Being trapped in this underwater utopia, it feels like an open world. Even though it's completely linear. It's completely linear.
But there's so much to explore that it feels like lived in. Homey,
it feels yes, it feels lived in. You pick up audio logs that are from times past.
Right.
Hey Brenda, you care to tell me why you've had a hole in the wall the size of Plymouth Rock coming out of your crapper going on 3 weeks now?
Like if somebody were to argue, not that it's even an argument anymore, like if games are art, then this would probably be one of the first ones that you bring up. Is like, look at how much detail, look at how much passion and art went into actually making it itself. You can't, once you like do these top hitters, I don't know of very many games where, I mean, you can't say that it's art in a way, but this one, it's like the most passion that I know of.
That's a AAA game. Especially coming out in, I think 2008 or something like that. There's so much thought that was put into the design and even the world. I can see so much going on in this world. It's almost like I've lived there, and you only experience the aftermath. You only experience after the Civil War. Bioshock has one of the most interesting intros I've seen in a video game. It really throws you in there.
Yeah, it pulls you in.
It pulls you in.
You know what? They were right.
You want to explore more.
That's, even for a person that doesn't like want to like immediately go and check for the invisible walls. Even afterwards, I was immediately bored because I wanted to explore. So it was like, all right, enough fucking around. Let's really see what's happening here.
Yeah. It almost feels like a Disney World ride or like a Universal Studios ride. I mean, besides the fact that you've got crazy people trying to kill you and killing little girls for their atom. It's like whimsical. It's whimsical, especially with the soundtrack. Bioshock probably has one of my favorite intros in a video game, besides probably Dead Space 2 or something. Also in game design, it's great. So you're in the water, you see the big watchtower, right? And it's obviously where you're supposed to go.
Right.
And if you try to go somewhere else, fire
is blocking your path.
Fire is blocking your path.
From the crash plane.
From the plane, and it blows up the plane, and you're forced to kind of go that direction, so you know where to go. Like it does almost throughout the entire game. It does simple stuff like that.
It doesn't feel too heavy-handed either, because you don't really like. Even though yes, it is forcing you in that direction. It's natural. It's built in.
Yes.
So it's not too heavy-handed, and it's absolutely necessary because you don't want to break your own immersion.
You go up the stairs, you walk in, and the first thing you see is no gods or kings, only man. Ryan, and it's Andrew Ryan looking down at you. It's like you're leaving real life, you're leaving you're going to a new society where this is going to be different from what you're used to, and it's already intriguing and very interesting.
Light up foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
You walk in and you go down the bathysphere, and the first thing you see is a advertisement for Incinerate, fire at your fingertips. It's the first thing you see. And it's small details like that. I appreciate it. It really makes it feel like it's its own world. You've got advertisements. Everywhere you look, you've got posters saying to go somewhere, usually referring to places that you're going to go to later on in the game. Like there's Adam's Bite the Apple.
Oh yeah, the actual garden of
the stripper joint.
Yeah, exactly.
You see that early on in the game. You go to it. You see a lot of that. You see Fontaine's, Futuristics. You see Sander Cohen's place when you're going down, and then so you're going down the bathysphere and then you hear Andrew Ryan say that famous quote. I can probably say the entire quote because I play that game so damn much. Okay.
I am Andrew Ryan.
I am Andrew Ryan.
And I'm here to ask you a question.
And I'm here to ask you a question.
Is a man not
entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone.
It belongs to everyone.
I rejected those answers.
I rejected those answers.
I believed something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture. And then right when he says that, the curtain goes down, and it reveals the entire utopia of this beautiful city of Rapture. Brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Immersive. It's just completely, you're enthralled with it. You're like,
you're so intrigued.
What the fuck is this place?
What is this place?
So cool.
Yeah.
So creepy, mysterious.
Yeah, that's the mystery of this world and learning about it through audio logs.
Get away, you filthy little shit! What? What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
Yeah, it's kind of rare whenever I play, more like kind of RPG. Like I said, I don't really like being restrained too much, but it's different with this game. And there's not many times where I will go in a game and actually collect the audio logs. But in this one, you're not always guaranteed to have those. You have to go out your way and find them. There are some that are out in the open, but if I remember correctly when I played it, you can actually find them like collectibles, right?
Yeah.
It feels so like you're actually achieving something when you actually get them because you're learning more about the world.
About this world.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
The collectibles, not just a fucking thing that you find and has no context and it's just pointless.
Yeah,
wow.
They've made this interesting world that you want to learn more about, and you hear these audio tapes and you're learning more as you collect them, and it just keeps it interesting.
And then when she was done, she walked off hand in hand with one of those awful golems. Masha!
The world of Rapture is based off objectivism. Andrew Ryan is an anagram for a woman named Ayn Rand, and she wrote the book on objectivism. It's very interesting stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's to look out for yourself.
Right.
When Congress moved to nationalize my forest, I burnt it to the ground. God did not plant the seeds of this Arcadia. I did.
But in objectivism, it's okay to be selfish, but not to step on other people to be selfish. So it's not capitalism, selfish. But in the world of Rapture, obviously,
he stepped on everybody in there.
He stepped on everybody. But it just goes to show you the amount of attention and.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know about the whole anagram thing for his name. Even I didn't know that. But yeah, that's so much detail. You would be hard pressed to find any game company to ever bother doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Just buy loot boxes.
Buy loot boxes, y'all. Imagine if Bioshock was made today. We would have the Circus of Value, but it'd be a slot machine. It'd be like, welcome to the Circus of Value. And it'd be like,
would it add to the world? Because you talk about like advertising and capitalism, right?
Hey,
that could actually be used.
That's true.
I wouldn't spend a dime.
That's
but
funny. The game that utilizes capitalism doesn't have any loot boxes.
Exactly. Well, it was a little bit before that time, though.
It was before the time.
Do you think
Thank
they
God.
would have made it into that nowadays?
Thank God. They could have. They could have.
No, I'll answer that. They wouldn't have bothered to make the game. It's all about live services, so
Yeah, it's all about live services.
no one cares about the actual story anymore.
we're not
No one
gonna see-
wants to have adventure and mystery. Just, I want to buy some loot boxes.
Yeah, we're not going to see any interesting first-person shooters like 13 or like Time Splitters, which are two games I wish they would make some kind of sequel of that we're probably not going to see. But yeah, it would be a different game today.